Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
I'm Carol Massar along with Tim Stanovic. Let's get to some stocks on the move today. Bloomberg earnings reporter Red Brown is in the house. And we start with Duolingo, a favorite of Tim's.
I love Duolingo. Play every day.
All right. Well, you might not need Duolingo for much longer after.
This is crazy.
Yeah. Well, the shares have been on a little bit of a roller coaster since Apple announced that their new AirPods will have that automatic translation within them. They were down around 5% after their announcement. They're actually up 8% today. So they have reversed those declines. But I don't know. I think it's a really interesting story about kind of what the place of the company is going to be.
I feel like this was such a sleeper hit with Apple's announcement this week. I was
I agree.
Like my wife and I were talking about this and she's like, whatever, new iPhones. And I was like, but did you hear about these AirPods that do real-time translation?
It's science fiction. I think it's like from all the movies you've ever seen where people just like speak in their natural language and then you hear it in your natural language, right? So it's amazing.
What happens to the world though? Like,
do we not learn other languages, which is really sad?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either. I mean, I don't know what. It would be great to speak with Duolingo and kind of how they're thinking about it. I mean, they have been pushing into some of the other like areas like chess and math and music and things like that. Maybe they see the writing on the wall with languages kind of starting to fade into the background.
We're going to need to bring their C-suite in here.
All right, let's do it. We'll do that. Chess, though, we do a lot. We do Duolingo chess every day at home.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, we do actually do that more than language.
All right, let's talk to. If you're not playing chess, you might be watching something on Netflix. Or maybe you might be moving over to Paramount or to one of the other streamers. But look, I think interesting kind of story for Netflix and an interesting kind of situation there. Shares are down 3.5% today. Still doing great for the year, up 35%. That's 3 times more than the S&P 500. Look, I think Netflix is I think it's uncontroversial. They were crowned the streaming king. Mm-hmm. But I think they might be looking over their shoulders a little bit now with Skydance. The news today that they will be attempting to buy Warner Bros. Just because of the IP that Warner Bros. Discovery has, DC Comics, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, also video games. It's another area that Netflix has kind of struggled to crack into. So yeah, we'll see what this kind of means for Netflix. Those other names that I mentioned, Warner Bros. And Paramount, are up today. So on the news. So the market clearly likes this deal. I
mean, also just thinking of like from a consumer perspective, one fewer service you have to subscribe to. I subscribe to everything. It costs so much.
Yeah.
I have this whole screen of stuff to choose from.
I just got my like subscription report and I was for the year and I was shocked how much money I'm spending.
I got to sort of like
make some hard decisions.
So we go back to bundling. That's what we do.
Yeah. So I mean, then you have Paramount and Warner Brothers Discovery content all in one app. So you're doing like HBO plus whatever you're watching on Paramount too.
I know. Right?
South Park.
I don't know.
There you go. Yeah. Less wholesome. He goes from chess to South Park.
That's Tim Stanovic in a nutshell. Let's talk about Adobe reported earnings after the close.
Yeah, shares were up around 5% in the kind of immediate aftermath of the company raising its outlook for the year. They gave a quarterly outlook that was ahead of expectations as well, kind of from top to bottom. The shares now around 3%. So maybe some of the enthusiasm has dimmed. CEO was pretty positive about the AI transaction they're starting to see. And that really is the big question for Adobe. They are the incumbent in this area. There are these new companies that, even ChatGPT, you can just type in natural language, say, I want an image that looks like this. I mean, that was really the domain of Adobe for so long. So that there still probably will be questions around that. Also, it kind of means like how much can they price for these new tools? It's expensive to invest in. So still, I think a lot of questions for Adobe, but this is kind of a positive for the company. During a year of kind of bad news, shares are down 20% for the year. So maybe they're going to start climbing out of this hole, but kind of remains to be seen.
All right. Can we talk about another IPO today?
Yeah, I'll do my best.
Do you want a HELOC on the blockchain? That's the question.
That is just, I can't get my head around it.
Look, I'm not going to pretend like I know what this company does, but it is a exciting IPO today. I think it also is interesting. Just the kind of it's broken the dam, I guess, if you will, for like other crypto IPOs as well. We're talking about Figure Technology Solutions. The ticker is now FIGR. They IPO'd this morning. Shares were up as much as 40%. They closed around 24% above the IPO price. It's a blockchain credit company.
Like your home equity.
Yeah,
exactly.
Home equity loans, home equity lines of credit on the blockchain. And they say they can do it faster than others.
I kind of get it. Like, I understand the blockchain part of crypto. It's the crypto part of crypto that I have a hard time.
Really?
Well, yeah.
It's all foreign to me.
It's all mush to you?
I need Apple, the AirPods to translate all this for me.
We need the crypto translation of what it all means. But nonetheless, did pretty well, right?
Yeah, they obviously there's a lot of enthusiasm for these stocks. Gemini, the crypto exchange run by the Winklevoss twins, I think is supposed to price today as well. So I guess we'll see if that enthusiasm is kind of market wide, or is it just a kind of a figure story? But
we call them the Winklevi.
The Winklevi.
Yes,
okay,
we do.
I know.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.